Welcome to the Risk Wheelhouse, the podcast where we navigate the ever-changing seas of risk management and technology. Join your hosts, Ori Wellington and Sam Jones, as they steer you through the latest trends, insights, and strategies shaping the future of integrated risk management. Ready to chart a course towards success? Hop aboard and let's set sail into today's deep dive.
Okay, let's dive right in. So right now, July 15th, 2025, Atlanta's buzzing. You've got the 95th MLB All-Star Game happening.
That's right. Big day for baseball fans.
Exactly. Celebrating top talent, strategic plays. But interestingly, while that's going on at Truist Park, there's another kind of all-star roster making news here in Atlanta, too.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we're digging into.
Yeah, that's our focus today.
Because today, Wheelhouse Advisors, also based right here in Atlanta, just dropped their 2025 IRM50 report.
Okay, IRM50.
Yeah. And this isn't about batting averages, obviously. It's about identifying the 50 most influential players, technology providers, consultants in integrated risk management, or IRM.
Gotcha. The ones really shaping the future of how companies handle risk.
Precisely. They're the heavy hitters in this field.
So our mission here, for you listening, is really to give you that shortcut, to quickly get you up to speed on this really crucial and fast-moving industry.
We'll break down what IRM actually means, why this report is such a big deal.
And maybe uncover some surprising things about who's leading the charge and what trends are driving this whole thing. You get those aha moments without, getting bogged down.
Sounds good. So maybe start with the basics. Why IRM? Why now? What's the big deal?
Yeah, what's driving this?
Well, the first thing is just the sheer speed of this market. It's accelerating like crazy.
How fast are we talking?
We're talking projections hitting something like $147 billion by 2032.
Wow. Okay, $147 billion. That's not just growth, that's an explosion.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it signals a pretty fundamental shift in how businesses are thinking about risk. It's not just a back office function anymore.
So who's really feeling that pressure? Who needs this clarity? Is it boards, CISOs?
It's all of them, really.
Yeah.
Boards, definitely. CISOs, chief risk officers, even leaders driving big transformations.
Right.
They're all looking for, who's actually leading? Who can they rely on in this increasingly complex landscape? They need trusted partners.
Makes sense. And that's where this IRM50 report comes in handy, I guess.
Exactly. It provides that clarity. Wheelhouse looked at, I think it was over 220 providers globally.
220 to get down to 50.
Yeah. Quite the filtering process. And they used three main criteria.
Okay, what were they looking for?
So first was solution breadth. Basically, how comprehensive are their offerings? Do they cover different types of risk?
Mm-hmm.
Second, integration capability. How well does their stuff plug into everything else a company uses? Can you get that unified view? Critical.
Avoid those silos.
Absolutely. And third was market influence, which is interesting. It's not just about size.
Oh, how so?
It's more about, are they shaping the conversation, pushing best practices? Are peers and analysts actually citing them? That kind of impact.
Right, so it's about thought leadership and, actual influence, not just market share.
Exactly. A really important distinction.
And these top 50 providers, they operate across, 5 core areas, 5 domains of IRM?
That's right. 5 main buckets. You've got your enterprise risk management, ERM. That's the big picture across the whole company. Then governance, risk and compliance, GRC. That's, rules, regulations, policies, making sure you're compliant.
The classic stuff.
Pretty much. Then operational risk management, ORM. That's about the risks in your day-to-day business processes, things going wrong internally.
Right.
Fourth is technology risk management, TRM. So cyber risk, IT vulnerabilities, all that tech stuff.
Oh.
Obviously huge now.
Hugely important, yeah.
And then the fifth one is actually a game changer for this year's report, risk management consulting, RMC.
Ah, okay. So consultants are now officially part of the IRM50 mix. That is a big deal.
It's a really significant evolution, yeah. First time they're included as full-fledged contributors.
What does that signal, do you think, about how companies are tackling risk now?
Well, there are 10 consulting firms on the list this year. That's 20%.
20%, wow.
Yeah. I think it really acknowledges that, the technology is vital, but the strategy and the execution, that requires expert guidance.
So it's not just buying a tool, it's about making it work effectively.
Exactly. Companies want outcomes, tangible results. And these consultants, they're kind of like the coaches, or maybe the closers in baseball terms.
Huh. I like that. The coaches and closers of IRM.
Yeah, they bring that advisory strength, drive the maturity, help actually implement things properly.
Makes total sense. Okay, so speaking of top talent, the report also calls out market leaders, but you said this group is smaller this year.
Much smaller. Very exclusive club now. Only 6 providers made that cut.
6, down from, what, potentially over 20 in the past?
Yeah, exactly. It used to be a broader category. Now it's much more rigorous.
So what does it take to be a market leader in 2025, according to this?
It means demonstrating really top-tier performance across, well, everything. Core capabilities, how deeply integrated their solutions are, and their ability to work across different risk domains.
So they're the dependable all-rounders, the starting lineup, as the report calls them.
That's a good way to put it. Reliable across any risk inning. The fact that there are fewer just shows the bar is getting higher as the market matures.
Right. Higher standards for leadership. But okay, every lineup needs its strong rookies too, right? Are there new players breaking in?
Yeah, absolutely. The report highlights 5 new entrants to the IRM50 this year. The rookies to watch.
Okay, what got them onto the list?
Generally, it's standout innovation or maybe really strong market momentum or bringing some genuinely new capability to the field.
Like what kind of innovation are we seeing?
Well, they give examples like AI-native TRM platforms.
AI native, meaning?
Meaning built with AI at the core from the start. Not just AI sprinkled on top of an old system. It allows for much more, predictive and continuous risk monitoring in the tech space.
Interesting. Proactive, not just reactive.
Exactly. And another example was digital twin advisory models.
Digital twins for risk. How does that work?
Yeah, think of creating like a virtual replica of your organization's risk landscape.
Okay.
Then consultants can use that model to simulate different scenarios, market shifts, supply chain breaks, cyber attacks, and test out strategies before you implement them in the real world.
Wow, okay. That's like having a risk flight simulator, lets you see potential impacts beforehand.
Pretty much. It provides a level of foresight that's quite new. So real game-changing stuff from these new entrants.
Definitely sounds like it. Now, we've mentioned Atlanta a couple of times because of Wheelhouse and the All-Star Game.
Mm-hmm.
Is this primarily a U.S.-centric market, or is it global?
Good question. While the U.S. does still have the most company headquarters on the list, the 2025 IRM50 is actually the most globally representative it's ever been.
Oh, really? Where else are these companies based?
We're seeing firms from Canada, Norway, the UK, France, Switzerland, the Netherlands, even India.
Okay, so pretty diverse geographical spread.
Definitely. It really underlines that IRM is a mature global market now. These challenges are universal.
That makes sense. And something else that jumped out at me from the outline was the ownership structure of these companies. It's not what you might expect.
Right. It's actually fascinating. You might think giants like, Microsoft, IBM, ServiceNow would dominate this list.
Yeah, the big public tech companies.
But nope. Over 80% of the IRM50 are privately held.
80%? Seriously? Backed by private equity VCs?
Yeah, or still founder-led. But, and this is the key point, private does not mean small or niche in this space.
Okay. How so?
Well, get this. One of these private IRM50 companies, used by 75% of the Fortune 500.
75%? What?
Another one powers over 40% of the Fortune 500 list. Many are deeply embedded in, highly regulated industries, critical infrastructure, huge multinational corporations.
Okay, so these aren't small boutique shops. They're major players, just not publicly traded.
Exactly. It seems like in this particular market, that private structure, maybe the agility, the focused innovation, the strategic funding it allows, drives growth and influence faster, or at least as fast as going public.
That's a really interesting insight into this sector. And the size varies wildly too, right? From small teams to massive organizations.
Oh, absolutely. You got some IRM50 vendors who are quite lean, maybe 60 to 100 employees, really focusing their innovation on specific niche areas.
Uh-huh.
And then you have others, especially on the consulting side, employing, over 370,000 people globally, like the big 4 consulting firms, for example.
That's an incredible range. So what's the total workforce represented here?
If you add it all up across the 50 firms, it's over 1.5 million people.
1.5 million.
Yeah. Enough people to fill Truist Park, where the All-Star Game is, more than 36 times over.
Good grief. That really puts the scale of this industry into perspective. It's massive.
It absolutely is. And that diversity in size kind of mirrors the real world, right? Organizations need different solutions, sometimes highly focused, sometimes globally integrated.
True. So let's bring it back to the listener. What's the big takeaway here? Why does this lineup, this whole IRM50 report, matter to you if you're dealing with risk in your job?
Well, the report isn't just a list of names. It really captures a fundamental shift happening.
A shift in how companies approach risk.
Exactly. It's showing a move away from, having lots of separate fragmented tools just for compliance,
Right, the old siloed approach.
towards truly integrated risk platforms, getting that holistic view.
Okay, integrated platforms, what else?
We'll also see a shift from just doing, say, periodic assessments in silos towards something they're calling autonomous IRM.
Autonomous IRM, that sounds futuristic. What does that actually mean?
Yeah, it's a big concept. Think of it as moving beyond just manual data gathering and reporting. It's about systems that can more proactively and continuously identify risks, correlate data automatically from different parts of the business, maybe even suggest or automate responses. It brings more prediction, less reaction.
So smarter, more automated risk management.
Kind of.
Right.
And linked to that is another shift, moving away from a purely governance-first mindset.
Meaning just ticking the compliance boxes.
Pretty much. Shifting from did we follow the rule towards an outcome-first approach.
Okay, outcome first. How does that look in practice?
It means asking, how is our risk management actually helping us achieve our business goals? Is it enabling us to enter a market faster? Is it making us more resilient when disruption hits? Is it reducing friction?
So connecting risk management directly to business performance and strategy, not just seeing it as a cost center.
Precisely. It's about showing real value, real ROI, not just adherence. These vendors, the IRM50, are the ones enabling organizations to make that shift.
They're helping reframe risk not as just a defensive necessity, but as potentially a strategic function.
Absolutely. Helping shape that next generation of performance, resilience, assurance, and compliance. It's all becoming interconnected.
Okay, so this deep dive really shows a transformation underway in integrated risk management, driven by this diverse all-star group of companies who are changing the game.
It's a powerful snapshot, yeah.
Yeah.
Moving beyond just, basic blocking and tackling to something much more strategic and integrated.
So to wrap up, maybe a final thought for our listeners to chew on. Given this really rapid evolution we've talked about in IRM and, all the emerging threats, AI-driven cybercrime, climate risks affecting supply chains, you name it.
New challenges constantly popping up.
What new capabilities, what new layers of risk management do you think will become most critical for organizations to master next? And how might that change who the all-stars are in this field down the road?
That's the multi-billion-dollar question, isn't it? Definitely something to think about. What comes after autonomous IRM? What's the next frontier for managing risk effectively? Good place to leave it.
That wraps up another episode of the Risk Wheelhouse. Thank you for spending time with us at Wheelhouse Advisors today. We hope you found the conversation insightful and actionable for your organization's risk strategies. Don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Amazon Music. If you're looking for more in-depth analysis and thought leadership on risk technology, be sure to visit the Risk Tech Journal at therisktechjournal.com. It's your go-to source for comprehensive articles, expert interviews, and the latest trends shaping the industry. Subscribe today to stay informed. For any inquiries or feedback, please contact us directly at info@wheelhouseadvisors.com or feel free to connect with us on LinkedIn and x.com and share your thoughts or suggestions for future topics. Visit wheelhouseadvisors.com for more information and resources. Thanks again for joining us. Until next time, navigate wisely.